In a verdict that has sent shockwaves across the nation, Panyaza Lesufi has been found guilty of the murder of the child of Nathi Mthethwa, who tragically perished in the fire that consumed the family's mansion months ago. The court's ruling 20 years in prison marks one of the most explosive and heart-wrenching moments in recent South African history. The case, which gripped the country from the moment news of the mansion fire broke, has been a bitter journey of grief, anger, and political tension. From the early days of the investigation, citizens watched in disbelief as allegations surfaced linking a high-ranking public figure to a crime so horrific it defied comprehension. The child's death, the youngest victim of a deliberate act of violence, ignited national outrage, with citizens demanding justice. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere was electric. Family members of the deceased child sobbed openly, clutching each other for comfort, while supporters of Lesufi were visibly stunned, some shaking their heads in disbelief. As the judge read the verdict, a heavy silence fell over the court, broken only by the audible cries of grief from those who had been following the case since its inception. Lawyers described the proceedings as unprecedented, noting that never before had a political figure faced such clear and damning evidence of direct involvement in a child's murder. Across South Africa, the news sparked immediate and intense reactions. Social media erupted with hashtags calling for justice, mourning, and accountability. Protests erupted in multiple cities, from Johannesburg to Cape Town, as citizens demanded more stringent measures to prevent political corruption and abuse of power. Candlelight vigils were held outside courts and city halls, with thousands gathering to honor the memory of the young victim and to stand in solidarity with the grieving Mthethwa family. Political analysts have described the conviction as a turning point in South African politics. The ruling has exposed deep divisions within government ranks, with opposition parties demanding resignations and calling for an independent investigation into other potential abuses of power. The ruling party, meanwhile, has scrambled to manage public perception, emphasizing respect for the judicial process while attempting to distance itself from the scandal. Legal experts note that the 20-year sentence is both symbolic and substantive, a stern message that no individual, regardless of position or influence, is above the law. The ruling also sets a precedent for future cases involving political figures and crimes against the most vulnerable members of society. For the citizens of South Africa, the tragedy remains raw. Many recall the horrifying images of the mansion engulfed in flames, the frantic rescue efforts, and the ultimate heartbreak of a young life lost too soon. Parents, children, and community members alike have expressed shock and outrage, questioning how someone entrusted with public responsibility could commit an act so vile. As the nation reels from this verdict, attention now turns to the broader implications for governance, accountability, and public trust. Protests continue, vigils are still being held, and political commentators warn that the social and political fallout from this case will be felt for years to come. The Mthethwa family, though devastated, has expressed a mixture of grief and relief. In a brief statement outside the court, they said, "No sentence can bring back our child, but justice has been done. We hope this verdict sends a clear message to everyone that the innocent must always be protected, and those who harm them will be held accountable." This landmark conviction will undoubtedly remain etched in South African history, a grim reminder of the consequences of power misused, and a solemn testament to the nation's enduring pursuit of justice. The shadow of the mansion fire and the life it claimed will continue to haunt the public conscience, even as the country grapples with a sense of collective grief.